Good afternoon. Hi, guys. It is me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, here to bring you messages of direction towards our best and highest good using the energies of the daily moon cycle and the planetary aspects surrounding us. This message is timeless as energy is cyclical. So do know that whenever you find the messages when you are meant to. If you do happen to be a life path 6 number, this message may have more significance for you today, and you can check all the other Life Path 6 messages on my playlist. Thank you guys in advance for sharing your beautiful energy with me by subscribing to the channel, double tapping on the screen, and leaving comments to help push my channel out into the algorithm to help us find more like-minded folks like us here at the Learning Lovers. And if you do find anything contained in today's message, or you'd like to learn more about me and dive deeper into the messages today, you can burst. You can book a personal reading on my homepage. So, how are you today? Thank you guys so much for being here. I have not yet posted today's notes, but I've taken my pictures and they're ready to go. But I just wanted to hop on before Liz is live at 1 so you guys can catch her. Now, interestingly, the very first thing I got was a song called Flow by Sade. And as there's like a little callback here. Now, it's not a callback with two different people, but that is how I channeled the message. And she's asking, is it possible to feel this good? Could I really love you the way I do? I want you to see me within the light. Feels like the callback. Flowing, take me with you, like the river to the sea. You come down, I'm in the light. You cover, pull me to you, and the waves rush over me. So she's saying, take up your love and come to me. And there's a reassurance here that this love, and it was this love, a little bit of David Gray in there, this year's Love and Better Last. This love is not a liar. Now, this is the divine masculine energy of Mars and Scorpio, and we are at a symbol of a broken bottle and spilled perfume. So that's all about nostalgia, and you'll find that when I post these at the bottom here. The pull of the past is underlined by poignant memories of what's passed away and therefore no longer alive except as a memory. So I'm going to get our general reading really fast, but I do want to take a look at a past memory, perhaps from our divine masculine side within ourselves, or a divine masculine for you, that energy. And then I want to see what this new energy is as well, because it feels like there's a little bit of untrust because of the past, but then this new thing that's coming in. Remember that a lot of us, we've learned the lesson, right? In the energy, especially with that eclipse. As I got further down to look at this trine or flowing to, the sun is trining Pluto in retrograde today, so all about transformation. And the sun that's going to be affecting us all today, this lesson is about light of the sixth race, which is about mastering the aspects of life like esoteric knowledge, numerology, all the stuff we do together here, but then transmuted to the seventh race. And it's which is the more subtle realms of a higher consciousness, grasping why we're here, who we are, what the F we're doing, right? I know September was a kind of knuck and futz, especially with all those eclipses happening. Definitely lost quite a few loved ones through that, through this month, and obviously, other months as well. We did have the moon moving into Scorpio this morning, so my spotty senses should be extra sharp for us today. And then we have also happening this morning, the Mars and Scorpio is squaring or challenging. This nostalgia is challenging uncomfortable and unforeseen forces, right? The unexpected thunderstorm. So I feel like there's one energy. We're trying to kind of ward off a thunderstorm or hang on. Maybe it's like a stage 5 clinger situation here. Somebody's doing that to you or a divine masculine in another aspect. And then on top of that layer, we have this learning flowing to balance. So let's see where we go, guys. I hope that works for you. A couple different really interesting aspects as far as the trine of Saturn, Jupiter, and the relationship energy of Juno, all at 29 degrees with that north node of destiny. And then on top of that, we have Jupiter in Cancer. So a lot of water, a lot of flow, vanishing mirror, vanishing ego. Maybe that has something to do with our perfume bottle here and clinging on or hanging on. Just, I wrote on my notes there, is it a win-win or is this just somebody wanting to win, right? And holding on to some kind of past energy. We shall see. I hope that makes sense so far. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Diana, Jennifer, Judy, Monique, Kathy, you guys are freaking awesome. I love you so much. All right, let's see what is up here, guys. All right, we've got that closing door that we pulled right and skywriting the fates, a 13, which is a 49, all about that Scorpio energy. Wow, on the split there. And there's our horseman that wanted to fly out, the herald of change. Wow, a 30. And you know, all those horses been coming up for me. So there's something big happening in Saggy season, guys. Okay, I see them sticking out. Drifter, all that water, temperance energy with the 14, experiencing life as it comes. There's a fortune's wheel there right underneath that. Stranger, curiosity there, magician energy. Let me get a couple more for us. Feminine energy here of the cosmic womb. There's our 6 energy for today. We have the path of freedom, and at the bottom of that would be our 9, our September month. Yeah, I'm so glad we're crossing over a kind of a mess energy and walking across this path into the initiation of the new energy. All righty, so I'll take that and the one underneath it. Interesting. We've got movement here from a 9 to a 10. Liking that a lot. Oh, and look at that, guys. 5, 6, 9, and moving it back into the 1, starting back at 1. All right, let's see where we go here with our general reading. I'm going to grab my water deck here with all that water energy in the air. Let's see what's on the bottom. Well, there is Pluto in Aquarius right there, King of Swords, tied up in their head. So this is environmental energy, feeling trapped by the past, the broken bottle and spilled perfume here, the nostalgia energy. And again, that unexpected thunderstorm. Yeah. And ending here, there's the chariot energy of movement. Maybe they thought they were going one way. I'm saying they because it's the bottom of the deck, and I consider that divine masculine energy. Thought they were going one way, and here it turns out because of the careless of another human, they're not. There's that Empress energy of the cosmic womb, and energy there is the only card in this deck that has an eclipse in it. Empress is learning to go with the flow and be the palm tree rather than the mighty oak who would break in the storm. Okay. And that way she doesn't get trapped up, or perhaps she does feel a little bit like, now I got a choice between two. Could very well be, you guys. Got a choice between two things: a brand new start here, or the old way that it just perhaps just would not transform at the end of the day. Let's see where we go. What would not transform here? There's that 9 of Wands on the split. That is repeating a cycle. So again, it's this energy of having a choice between repeating a cycle or kind of clinging on to the bumper of nostalgia, which is challenging balance. However, Libra's light, right? The higher consciousness flows, that learning flows with balance rather than resists it. Okay, let's see where we go, guys. Where is our first card? That would be your energy, whoever is listening to the message today and whenever you find it. Hey, Steph, how are you guys? Thank you guys again so much. I love that you're here. It helps the energy just pick up and flow a lot better. So, wow. Okay, speaking of Venus here and the divine feminine, we've got King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, one of the energies of Venus, and it was in reverse. So, perhaps feeling like a little stuck here as far as, do I need to be changing what I value in security? What does security mean? Is security clinging on to the bumper of this nostalgia? Right. I think this Venus energy is guessing different here, and maybe trying to experience life as it comes. But Taurus energy really isn't a huge fan of change. It's the opposite of Scorpio, right? Scorpio is fine about taking risks. They eat change for breakfast. I've got a Scorpio moon. Like, if I didn't know how to navigate changing emotions, I don't know where I'd be. You have to, it's just something you have to do, right? And King of Pentacles is risk averse. So I feel like this could be possibly the person who is risk averse here. Maybe clinging on to that bummer or bumper of nostalgia. Hey, Miss Peg. Yeah. Because here there's like, oh, I know something's coming. 7 of Pentacles. I've planted this. We're waiting for it to come to fruition. Here's our underneath the iceberg of information. But we need to do things a new way. 6 of Swords in this deck is about reconfiguring our thoughts. Air trining air, the sun trining Pluto of transformation. We have to reconfigure how to do this. And this is an energy of, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Yeah, there's still some wisdom here that needs to be transmuted into that higher consciousness in order to bring whatever this cycle is to a close, so that it can be learned from. My notes on Monday said, what's in your lantern? And then last night's energy, I was getting the song, I've never got it before, After All the Bars Are Closed. So if anybody knows that one, we'll see where we go here. Let's see how these energies pair up. All right, experiencing life as it comes. We are, and also a waxing crescent moon, where we're asked to have courage and have faith in our dreams. Okay, not of the old. All right, situation. What I say here? There's there's 2 people here. Okay, King of Cups. I feel like these two are both you. Okay, that's unprecedented. All right, let's see what our situation is here. Passion, situation, Saggy energy. I keep saying it. I can't get away from it. Something big is coming Saggy season, guys. Opportunity is to align. what were once dueling energies that are fighting with each other. Scorpio and Taurus, they're at opposite ends of the spectrum. They're the sister signs that learn from each other. The past, there's this startling realization here. Seven of Wands in this deck is going about your business, minding your own damn business, guys. And oh shit, there's mermen, there's mermaids. Like what? Right? So this has come to quite the surprise to you, perhaps. Yeah, and it's all about 5 cups of energy, which is where Mars is the first deacon of Scorpio, a broken bottle and spilled perfume. We've got to what is no longer alive, guys, those memories, the nostalgia, accept as a memory. Okay, so maybe this was the memory of the past, perhaps. You'll have to let me know here. But my favorite 5 of Cups in all the decks is the girl saying goodbye to her best friend, the seal, that they've known each other their whole lives. They know that they are just different species and can no longer exist together because one can't live where the other one does. It's just the way it is. That's the 5 of Cups energy. But this is about rectifying, saying goodbye with love, and accepting the past, because divine feminine, the Venus energy, is in this harem energy, which is unemotional acceptance, just moving forward of what cannot be changed. Venus is in a theme of conviction here. So we got Mars and Venus showing up here for us today. In the near future, we've got this Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, being very, very focused and determined to be focused on your truth. Once you've aligned in your head how your head and heart were warring back and forth, this is moving into an agreement of sorts. And whoever this reading is for, we're staying focused there. The block has been communication that had not come in, or there was some kind of surprising communication. Now, the light of the seventh, or the light of the sixth rays transmuted to the seventh, there's a big rainbow. So it feels like this is what needs to be turned over in order for this new energy to come in. Okay. It's here on the table, so it's available. We were just probably surprised by it all, or maybe surprised by the conclusion that we came to, or that we finally came to an agreement in our own mind about this. Yeah, what Spirit wants you to know is that this nostalgia can always trap you back to the past. Fear is what holds us back, right? Because the devil says, you can't do that. That's not going to work out. You're not blank enough, or this is blank is never going to happen, right? That is our ego self caving into fear. The devil's all about our ego, and that is our sister energy to the lovers today. 1 + 5 is 6. Okay, so it's up to you whether we cave into the fear. And here we are, divine feminine, in the outcome energy. You will flow. This change of the eclipse will come. Okay, if it hasn't happened yet, here's the communication of the conch shell she's holding. But it feels like this is an agreement with yourself, or communication to yourself, right? Setting down old burdens, absolutely. So you can pick up that passionate Ace of Wands. And here is a celebratory energy, maybe celebrating with a GNO, little girls' night out, or a guy's night out. Let's see what we're pairing with here on the bottom to cross us over. All right, what we thought was happening here with the King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Cups in the upright, just had never come to fruition yet. It was seeds that were planted. Okay. And again, reworking how we move with passion quickly forward next time. And we've got that Temperance energy. Again, Sagittarius, the same Knight of Wands energy here. This learning, this is what we've learned how to do, transmuting those old lessons into the light of wisdom, right? And this surprise, maybe you're surprised that you actually were able to end this cycle for yourself, especially if this is a situation where you have not been able to rectify your mind, jealousy, strife, and competition. But in this deck, the Five of Wands, they're aligned as a team. Okay. You're focusing on the truth of, yeah, I was clinging to the nostalgia of what I thought would be, and that's no longer available. It's only just a memory now. Guys, life, well, life is definitely an uncontrollable force, and what's coming is coming, and we've just got to make sure that we have our sailboats ready and hang on for the ride, right? The heart of the environmental energy. This is happening now, September, Virgo energy. And again, we've got Venus in Virgo energy still. And in the near future, what you're focusing on is that this old nostalgia, I can focus on the love and the lessons that I learned. My attention's here because what's fueling her to do this is what's done is done. Three of Swords. Okay. We do have Mercury in Libra moving into the second decan, which is 10 through 20, and that is the Three of Swords energy. So this communication here, I feel like it's to yourselves, okay? Whoever this is for, you're getting right with yourself here. Five of Swords can be some self gaslighting, especially if we didn't want to accept the information that surprised us or was made available, or we just had not yet rectified that Five of Wands into a team. Again, I did write, is it a win-win, or is it just someone trying to win by going, I don't want things to change? This would be turning this into a win-win, because when we play silly games, it's all fun until somebody gets hurt, right? And when we didn't want to transmute that wisdom into knowledge, we were only hurting ourselves by clinging on to what was already gone. Okay. Yeah. There's the Tower. And outcome energy, King of Wands. Now we got three kings here on the table. The one we are missing is King of Swords, but we saw him in the pre-shuffle. So that could have been the exiting energy, or could be what was the unexpected thunderstorm, right? And this devil of getting locked into that fear, we were trying to avoid a tower, but this tower was inevitable. The only thing that was keeping us trapped was our own mind, or our own fear of having to walk away from something that we once loved. And there it is. The light of the sixth race transmuted into the seventh, higher realms of consciousness. I see it. I want it. It's mine. Outcome energy. We're working our way back up toward the full moon in Aries. That is High Priestess is fueling this 10 of Wands of following your intuition. You know what needs to be done here. And finally, wow. I can't love this anymore. Here's the healing energy and the desire, the wish. Okay, so when we let go of the old, the new is able to come in. Beautiful energy, gorgeous. Let me go ahead and get some information here, a little bit more on the divine feminine. So again, Venus energy is at unemotional acceptance. This is an acceptance energy, a release of an attachment of some sort, attachment to what you thought may be. Yeah, how are you, girl? Good to see you. Oh no, Peg. You had a late kiddo to school? Oh no, that's not good. All right. Wow. Okay. So divine feminine energy acceptance here. We've got hospital doors there in the background, growth, and then we have this acceptance energy that is not yet upright. Okay. Because that could be hanging on. This is that bumper energy of hanging on to the old. And this story, this character's name is Cherry, and I was just talking to one of my clients yesterday, how MJ always says, like, people think you're taking their pie, right? They think that just because you've got pie, that's taking away from their pie. So just make more pie. But in this story, Cherry is like, now this pie is ruined because there's a piece missing. And her higher consciousness reminds her that, yeah, but when you look at it this way, now the pie is a heart. Okay. It's not ruined, it has just changed forms. So maybe there's this growth here and this acceptance energy. That's where, again, this information was the block. Once we do this, guys, once we release this attachment and align our thoughts and see the lesson for what it was and accept that, because again, this is something that's there's nothing to be done here. I mean, this is heavy grief. The Three of Swords is not fun information, especially since Mercury is sitting there now. And that lesson is about seeing teaching as the revelation of light. Okay, all this light energy, water, and flow. Beautiful. Environmental energy here is to persevere. Okay, she's wanting to throw off this magic cape because she thinks she can't do it. And this is her friend who has passed away that gifted her the cape, assuring her that she could do whatever she puts her mind to. So if we're looking at this situation through love instead of fear, okay, I think that will help a lot here with our Venus energy. It is about unemotional acceptance. And if we're not quite there yet, it's okay. For whoever this reading is for, you are going to get there. Outcome energy is you're setting down the burden and you're allowing that eclipse to do its work. Okay. Let's look at divine masculine energy. Wow. Okay. I got facade here, victim, complacency. Like I said, it could totally be a divine masculine hanging on to the bumper of something else before they get to you, before this passion comes in. All right. Divine masculine energy. Let's see what's going on. The love here. What's going on with them? What's going on with our own yang energy and or an actual divine masculine. That came out pretty fast. All right, learning how to play chess instead of checkers, learning how to make lemonade out of lemons. What I thought what had happened is I was moving to the city and I'd never leave the city because I'm a city person. And look at me here now moving to the countryside. I didn't want this change. It definitely required some strategy and realignment, refocusing my thoughts on how I saw the situation. Um, but it ends up being something that they didn't even know they would enjoy so much, especially if the divine feminine energy already did this in the recent past and ended a cycle. No matter how surprised they were, they're like, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The yang energy will follow suit of the yin energy. Okay, so with this change, what's their environmental energy possibly holding them back is see how she has is handcuffed here to this duty and taking care of this person who is perfectly capable of taking care of them damn selves. But yet they're still in that energy. They're still clinging to the bumper over here, like I said, of something else that is already already gone. But the opportunity here is to transmute that pain into wisdom and reconfigure. Okay, reconfigure, do something better the second time and cross over to the other side. David Gray again. Meet me on the other side. If someone can put that in the comments, I'll remember to include that song information on the description. All right, let's get some really quick questions about what they're thinking. And I'm going to, since we got divine masculine energy in water, I'm going to pull out my second feelings deck here. Speaking of chariot energy, like we saw in the pre-shuffle, temperance again. See, chose the right deck. All right, this is the Joy de Vivre tarot deck. Let's go ahead and ask about swords. All right. What is the divine feminine energy thinking? What is the divine feminine energy thinking about the divine masculine? If this is a person for you, we do have the symbol for Jupiter and Cancer at 22. 22s have been coming up so much. Today was a shit ton of twos and a bunch of tens. Make more pie. That's right. Yeah, I know those old energies. It's like it's time to align the thoughts about them. So maybe it's just even like, forgiveness. All right. That Five of Cups energy is not easy. All right, divine feminine, what you thinking here? Seven of Wands in the past, again, confirming that. Standing your ground about your own enlightenment process. And the Four of Cups in this deck, this is not being unhappy with the Three Cups and not seeing the fourth one. This is a reassessment of I've had some good and some bad. And you know what? It all evens out in the end. And we talked about 360s, or I had the 12s coming up in my write-ups a lot. And it said it felt like we were doing somersaults since February 2nd, February 1st, February 2nd. Okay, so your thinking has changed and you're seeing this as not good or bad, as it is what it is. All right. The divine masculine at the bottom of the deck is thinking Nine of Swords. Again, still stuck up in their head. All four aces of potential are available here in the center, but they're holding back on this change, perhaps out of guilt or because they just assume they're not going to like it. Okay, there's that King of Cups again, right there after that Four of Pentacles, holding back on the King of Cups, holding back on Scorpio energy, perhaps. All right, what about Wands here? Let's ask about actions. Actions of the divine feminine. Actions. What actions are happening next for the divine feminine? The eclipse was quiet for you, Ash? Oh, my Lanta, not me, girl. David Gray, and the lyrics are Meet You on the Other Side. I know that's in there, but then there's a whole other song. I know that title is This Year's Love Better Last. All right. Actions of the divine feminine, 8 of Wands, baby. This is my David Bowie energy here, rocketing, being your own damn self, being unique. That's communication here. So your actions are communicating to what I say, the new energy that is actually balanced for you because we've accepted what was not. We see the memory and we have realigned our thoughts to that. crossed by the Two of Cups here. So their actions could be that this is what helps the masculine energy exit this tower and understand that it was a lesson and rebuilding. Definitely, I see it. I want it. It's mine there, that Leo energy. Now, what I noticed also, Apollo, the asteroid Apollo was at 9 degrees, 9 minutes of Leo. And that is the second decan, which is the Five of Wands. Opportunity here for the divine feminine side. And that is about a sparkling expression of self. Also, the 18 degrees, 18 are where the nodes of fate are right now. 9 or 99. 99 problems with the nodes there, but what ain't one anymore is holding on to those attachments, releasing those attachments. Okay, there's the speaking of Leo, there's the sun right there with this Two of Cups. I feel like this, even if you're nervous, just tell this person that you feel balance is your energy or this situation. I think it's going to be received very well here. Okay, let's look at the Ace of Cups as far as feelings. If this is a yin person and a yang person, how does the divine feminine feel? What are her emotions for the divine masculine? Flippers. Wow, quite a bit. Okay. Knight of Swords. I'm just going to take that top card because your communication is that I've rectified an old situation or I see it in a different light now. And that is very fast communication. Gemini energy is Mercury in itself, seeing teaching as the revelation of light. And then the Chariot here in reverse that got flipped. Maybe you're not moving here quite yet. There's still a little bit of work to do, but seahorses are all about role reversal. Okay. This is, again, the 180 of something where we flipped our mindset about new love and about being able to accept that new love in. Okay. And then we've got 7 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles there. We already saw that energy. The bottom of the deck, here's Libra energy, Queen of Swords, discernment. So it looks like after you have taken the action and revealed feelings and thoughts, it helps that divine masculine energy. Wow. Have discernment to do what, guys? Make a choice regarding the lover's energy. Wow, if that's not freaking beautiful. And then his choice or their choice is to step into a new portal of energy. I just saw 1010 in my head. The 1010 portal would be, ooh, ear squeezy. Yep. Then that would be when this person could be entering this portal. Wow. Of the 1111 would be the next one. The 4 of Wands card, that's where Aries is right now. The third decan, Chiron the healer, is in the 4 of Wands. So, and that is about, that symbol is a man possessed of more gifts than he can hold. The lesson of Chiron is avoiding overwhelm by development of discrimination. Right here. Wow, that's something as far as emotions. Okay, let's look at the 3D. What are the intentions? What are the 3D intentions of the divine feminine? Let me know if you like me asking questions in this way, guys, with this little separate poll here for masculine and feminine energies at the bottom. All right, 3D energy. Divine feminine, we've got the star here, which is environmental energy of this outcome coming towards you. And the star is all about taking action and staying connected to your original dream. And it looks like an Ace of Wands flew out. You want some more passion happening. You want some more action here. And it's like, and I want it fast. I just got bored AF. Just bored AF. Like, I want something different. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, divine masculine energy, their 3D energy is they're trying to balance out. They're trying to tame their own inner beast and their fears, right? Perhaps why they tried to avoid an inevitable tower here of something that was ding dong over. Okay. Sad eyes. Is it over? What is that song? You knew there'd come a day that we would have to say goodbye. 3 of Wands. There's that 3 of Wands energy of Jupiter expansion, a woman awaiting a sailboat. Is this when your ship is coming in here? And if that ship is the divine masculine, that's a yes here. As soon as they balance themselves, 10 of Cups. Guys, this is somebody that already knows you. Could be a friend or a coworker even. 8 of Pentacles, someone that you perhaps worked on a project with. But they are also, if this reading is for you, they are wanting to take as quick as action, but perhaps their circumstance is a little more of a sticky wicket, is what that looks like there to me. Moving from 9, remember again, crossing to the other side. Meet me on the other side. 9. There's no 10s in numerology, so we start it back at 1. Clarity and organization, tidying up their own house. Wow. Okay. All right, guys, go ahead and put a heart in the comments or in the chat there. Thank you guys so much. I freaking love our new cards. I had so much fun with you guys. I think that was Thursday when we did our last live. This is the second new deck about clarifying our life situations. If you'd like a question answered, you could just put any color heart that you like there in the chat box, and I'll get us wrapped up here so you can go check out Liz's live at 1 o'clock. Pretty sure she's still having a live. If Peg's still here, Peg, let me know. I'm pretty sure. All right. Seeking clarity here on the split, I'd say seed of potential. This is new growth, guys. Okay, Jennifer, up first here. What is this about for Jennifer? Let's see some clarity here. Guidance for Jennifer, please. Miss Jennifer Lee. Jennifer Lee. And oh my gosh, that's so funny, Jennifer. I've talked to you a million times and never before have I ever heard the Dukes of Hazzard horn of the car. I just heard. Is that the generally? What's the number? That's Orange Passion, but anybody know the number on? Is it the generally? Am I even getting that right? Oh my gosh. Jennifer, the Dukes of Hazzard. Okay. That was one of those shows. So my family, we never call anything by the right name. So when Dukes of Hazzard was on, we called it the Pukes of Hazzard, which I believe was quickly followed by or preceded Little Outhouse on the Prairie. Oh God. Okay. Something's taken a hot minute here. Okay. Well, and then it happens all at once. Free to move. Wow. Then it happens all at once. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. There's the water. Dream Weaver. I believe you can help me get through the night. Dreaming and imagining. Bring your powerful vision into reality. That is gorgeous. Commitment there. Okay. Maybe that's why the horn, or, and then the orange is passion, right? That is our sacral chakra. One more here. Desert of isolation, traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. Okay, you definitely moving with mission here, girl. It looks like that may be for love. I don't know if this would be a new or old situation, but we've got finding myself on the split there. And what does Jennifer need to know if this is about love, please? And thank you. Boy, they're just flying for you today. Okay, so everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. Emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. And we've got, I'm ready to leave a situation or mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. If that is another person here, again, they are getting ready to leave some kind of situation or thought process behind. And if this is your energy here for your freedom to move, this is the 5 of Cups that you're transmuting. Okay. All right. We're going to stick these guys back in since there are so many of the other cards and not as many of these cards. Let me come back through my scrolly back up here. So starting with Jennifer, and then we're coming right to Miss Diana. Okay, guys. By the way, Diana was one of the asteroids that changed lessons today. That's in Sade, learning the importance of courage, courageously claiming our place in the world. So that may resonate there for you, Miss Diana. Okay, messages for Diana, please. And thank you, Spirit. Big breath, girl. Messages for Diana. 6s, Lover's energy, choice. Lots of 6s. There we go. 4, structure, returning. Okay. Eclipse of concealment. Eclipse energy here. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. Turn the page. Wow. I know you already did that. Embrace new chapters with curiosity. Openness paves the path to wisdom. And on the bottom of the deck or in your environment here, fresh ideas. Stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solutions. If that doesn't get you right there, Miss Diana, I think that's it. All right. If there's any messages regarding love, volunteers, please. Why do I want that one? Okay, this was upside down, and I flipped it over. So tears, when I think about you, I cry. And in the environmental energy, not the right time. Overwhelmed with responsibilities. Again, that's the other side, the bottom of the deck here. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. Okay. What's after that, though? Spoiling you. That feels like, well, that's certainly 2 different energies, isn't it? Like we saw here today for the reading. Wow. Okay. That would be for you. I hope that helped you out there, Miss Jennifer, Miss Diana, and Miss Ashley here. What is next for Miss Ashley? What is turn the page? Is that ooh, ear ringing on a long and lonesome highway, being on the road. Why can't I think of, is that not Bob Seger? Is it? Something I'm only getting just wish the shift was through. I am. Here I go. Turn the page. Okay. I think it's Bob Seger. I can't remember. Okay. Ms. Ashley, I hope you're not second guessing that decision, Diana. That was exactly what you were supposed to do. Follow that heart niggle. Okay. One card here. Wow, Ash, look at that. With all the flow I was talking about and all the water energy, Jupiter, if you were awaiting a sailboat, if you were waiting on a Three of Wands manifestation, here it comes. Navigate through the boundless ocean of possibilities where horizons whisper of untold opportunities and plentiful paths. That's beautiful. Environmental energy. Wrong deck, Ange. There's that Sade energy. Told you, puzzle pieces, important parts. Embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. I feel like again, there's something about Sade season this year, guys, that's going to be bringing in puzzle pieces here for us, parts that we either had been missing for a while, or that realization of that it's like that last few puzzle pieces to complete like the biggest puzzle of your life that you've ever, maybe it's a 5,000 piece one or something like that. Because it's a big one. It's the big one, Lamont. All right, love energy. That guy just flipped out on the top there. Something to say. Any love messages for Miss Ashley, please? Information, anything about love, especially if there's this ocean of possibilities regarding love? No. Okay. I think I am obsessed with you. I think about you all the time, stalk your socials, and hope I run into you when I'm out. This may not be somebody that you know is super into you. Soon. They're going to contact you soon here, though. Wow. Okay. I don't think that's something you're looking for, but if it is, it could be just someone who wants to say how much they admire you there. But there's all these possibilities opening up for you here. And it feels like what you've manifested is going to be coming in here at that Saggy time of that puzzle piece. I hope that helps you, Miss Ash. Miss Jude, let's go. All right, cards for Miss Judy Jew. What does Judy need to know here? What does Judy need to know? Please and thank you from Spirit. The frogs are jumping? Is that an old saying in the country? Something is jumping. What's that saying? The somethings are jumping. It's like a country thing I'm getting. Not crawdads, maybe. I don't think I know what a crawdad is. Are those the little shellfish, like they eat a lot of them, like in New Orleans or something? Maybe, or I'm thinking crawfish. The fish are jumping. Something's jumping. Okay. All right, Judy. Protected. Find solace in the safety of knowing you are sheltered and guided through life's tempest towards tranquil shores. Beautiful surrounding energy here. Wow. You saw how much shuffling. Wow. Again, in Sagittarius time, hidden keys, put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. I think, did the other one? No, that came out this way. They both came out as hidden keys. They're not here yet. No, you're protected, even if this information has not been revealed to you yet. It is about to be, and calmer waters are definitely happening there in November for Miss Jude. What about from our Love Tarot deck reading here? Love Tarot for Miss Jude. Hey, Brandy. Didn't see it pop in there, girlfriend. All right. Kaylee, what are you talking? You talking about General So's chicken? Jude, what does she need to know about love? Possibly a hidden key. Well, now, I know you like that. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. Father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. Okay, so what are you thinking about all that? Finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life, and I need space. And then you also got, I feel like you're the bottom of the deck here. This is a person that you ain't going to be mad at it. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share. You are my person. So this is a person you really care a lot for, that wants to spoil you right back. Maybe it's just been a while since you haven't since you talked to him. I hope that helps you there, Miss Jude. Oh, did I miss Miss Liz? I haven't seen her name pop in here yet. I just see Kaylee saying Liz. Or maybe because I talked about her show at 1. Miss Brandy. Miss Brandy. I'm going to start here with this deck for Miss Brandy. Change it up. No, shake it up. Who's that? Dance all night. There's something about a dance in the asteroids today. It's like learning a new dance. First dance instruction towards mastery. It's it's Prosperina, which is women who work as the go-between, and it's in the symbol of first dance instruction, Virgo 8, receiving instruction towards mastery. Okay, that came in for a reason there. That's an 8 of Pentacles energy. First decan of Virgo. Love tarot card for Miss Brandy. It's like things that you feel like are gonna fit are not quite fitting. Like it's like, when you're creating something, and or even like a puzzle piece, you're trying to it looks perfect, but like maybe a little bit of the edge needs to be shaved off or something. Like it's not quite exactly right yet. Okay, everything that happened hurt me so much. I need more time to heal. It didn't quite fit. And then we fit that, we find the right piece. You're my fantasy. I have pictures and videos saved of you and use them for inspiration. You and somebody spank bank, girl? That's not a bad thing. Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. Yeah, it's like someone that is hot AF, but at the same time, you're like, it didn't quite fit. They did something that you didn't love there very much, and maybe you pretended you were okay with it or that you weren't hurt, but you were. And now that makes you not clear about them. I don't know. You'll have to let me know on that one. All right, let's get some more clarity here with our key words here. Life, love, and career clarification for Miss Brandy. Life, love, and clarification for Miss Brandy. If you guys are already scheduled to hop over onto Liz's live, that is absolutely fine. I know Pathfinders is starting here quickly. Okay, sky of clarity, Miss Brandy. Soar into the boundless sky of clarity, where insights are as infinite as excuse me, I need to take off my Farsi oases. Soar into the boundless sky of clarity, where insights are as infinite as azure expanses. Lots of blue. Okay. Very, very clear. And this says, okay, if you're unclear now, clarity is coming in here. Clarity is coming. And Harmony's call on the bottom of the deck here. Harmony's call. Embrace equality and pursue justice, harmonizing the energies to manifest a balanced and just outcome. Well, remember that Pluto in Aquarius is in a theme of balance, and it's flowing to Libra energy with learning, but then at the same time, it's also squaring Mars energy, someone that could be stuck in that nostalgia. Okay. I hope that helps you. Clarity is coming on in there for you, Brandy, even if it's not here quite yet. And trust your body. I feel like you feel it in your body, but maybe your mind is trying to override the feelings that your body already knows for whatever reason. I felt the need to say that. Okay. I hope that helps you. Oh, it's a number 1 on the car. Thank you, Diana. So yeah, a 1. Tidying up everything there for Miss Jennifer. All right, Miss Steph, let's get you some love cards and clarity on those love cards, please. And okay, I'll do what I'm told. Cut the deck. All right, then. Okay. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Is that the tears of a clown? This isn't goodbye. Are you having to kind of pat somebody's head here? I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again soon. Maybe somebody has some lessons to learn here, and you know that they're not going to learn them if they're still clinging on to you, and you're having to reassure somebody. And look at that. How do I feel? I was feeling that. That was for Brandy too, though, as well. It's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us, forever. Okay. Don't know if that's someone new coming in or not. Let's see if we can get any more clarity here on the split. What is this? We've got Serene Haven and there we go. Serene Haven and another ship here with that Jupiter and Cancer, a woman awaiting a sailboat. Ship's getting ready to come in here. Wow, that was fast. I told you you're letting them down easy. Gentle release. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life. Our song of the day today is called Flow, Sade. The flow of life's mysterious currents. And there's the rainbow energy, manifest the new. a woman awaiting a sailboat, Jupiter in Cancer, Three of Wands energy. Embrace change and envision your desires, allowing the universe to align with your intentions. Yeah, you're letting someone down easy here, but the new thing that comes in, I feel like is gonna blow your mind wide open. Okay, I hope that helps you, Miss Steph. I hope that helps. Let's see. The generally is, yeah, number one. And your birthday is the first. How cool is that, Jennifer? I love that. Your Ravens are back, Steph. Well, you definitely got the messages today. Cards for Miss Kaylee. Let's get you in here, girl. Get it in. Get what in? Do you have to get something in the mail, or like you have to make sure you get something before an expiration date? Use something before it expires? That's an odd message, but that's what it is. Okay, I just got that. I thought I had a flipper. Okay, so in reverse, something to say. So again, that Page of Pentacles in the block. No communication yet. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. It did come out on the divine feminine side, so maybe you haven't released this information yet. Maybe this is an I'm sorry that hasn't arrived yet, or you're not wanting to have to say this, like, hey, you care for this person. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain. You didn't deserve any of it. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. This feels very similar. I don't remember what we pulled for you last time, but it feels very similar. We had that card come out, and it reminded me of that show that only went one season called Run. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. Is that for this? Let's see if we can get any more clarity with the clarifying cards. Oopies. Feeling all over the place. I need more table. My whole table's taken up by my motherboard. All right. Let's see. Kaylee, can you clarify? What does Kaylee need to know here? Thrive and believe. Embrace growth and trust in promise. Keep an open mind as answers reveal the path to fulfillment. Okay. And then there's these roots. I got these roots in my bones. Remember that reading? Growing underground. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. Yeah, that feels new, but requiring release of something old. Yeah, go your own way. Trust your intuition and embrace individuality, paving your path with courage and authenticity. That's the only way to go. Metamorphosis does require trust and participation in the process. Okay. Thrive, trust, and believe. Okay. Woo! And we want to make sure that we do the best we can to ensure that we've learned the lesson. It's not like we can ever put a nice clean bow on it, especially if it's something somebody else doesn't want to hear. But what I know for sure by now is the truth is the truth is the truth. Is it Bob Seger? Oh, that I think that is right. Thank you so much again. Guys, you're doing awesome with helping me figure out all these things. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's everybody there. I hope that helps you, and I hope that gave you some clarity here. Let me know if you like the style of this reading. Thank you again so much for double tapping that screen, and especially if you can come back and comment on the video. That helps me get back into the algorithm since I was gone for quite a while here, still trying to get back on some semblance of a schedule, one day at a time, 1 foot at a time, just like everybody else, right, guys? Okay, well, I love you so very much. I will catch you on the next one, and bye bye for now.